So Taylor, you were my former dealer principal. I worked for you back in 1999, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Back then, you know, how was the internet for you? Like, what did you think of the internet back in 1999?
I did not embrace the internet. I did not. I was a typical car guy, salesman. Nobody's going to buy cars off the internet. Yada yada yada.
So, how many units was I averaging, and how much did I peak to? Do you remember?
Oh, well, I know your top month was 33 vehicles, and I believe you're averaging in the 20s.
Yeah, I was averaging about 25 units,
Yep.
sometimes 30, but you know, I've hit 30 numerous times, but my best month was a May. I'll never forget, it was May, and I hit 33 units. Now, back then, we had probably about, what, 9 or 10 salespeople for Lincoln Record Mazda?
That's correct.
And there was 2 people, me and Carter,
Yes.
that were crushing it, but Carter was in leasing. How was everybody else in the dealership back then as far as the internet goes?
Didn't know what it was.
Right.
They had no idea. We were just doing the traditional sell the car type dealership back then.
So what was that like for you, seeing some kid that, because I learned how to sell cars from you guys. I learned how to close deals. I learned my word choice. I learned a lot from Charlie, from Jeff, from you, from Weisleder. What was it like to see some young kid come out of nowhere and just put those crazy numbers on the board with the internet?
Well, it was truly amazing. I mean, nobody expected it. Nobody thought it could happen, but it did.
So how do you feel that the internet's evolved since I left it? You know, because I worked for you for a couple of years. I left, you know, let's just say 2002, somewhere around there, 2001,
Right.
2002. So what was it like in the last, let's say, 10, 12 years in the internet? How much has it evolved?
It has gone from just you talking on the cell phone to now having 6 people in a department with dual computers. I mean, I'm older, so I can't believe where it's gone at this point. It's amazing to me, truly amazing.
So now we spoke I think a little bit, but we didn't really have any communication for like over a decade, like 12 years. I think I saw you a couple years ago when Carter stopped by and said
Yep.
hello, but almost had, you know, I went on to start my consulting business for the last 11 years. What's it like to work with me now, 14 years later?
Well, it's amazing. It is amazing that the kid at that point, he was a kid, came to me selling cars, maxed out at 33 with us, and here I am now hiring him back this much later to now get my internet department up and running, and the knowledge that you have created for yourself and for the industry is truly amazing.
Well, you know, I really appreciate that, but I want to also let you know something. Like I tell this to everybody when I'm interviewed and with Auto Success Magazine, is that I truly learned a lot at Weisleder. I learned a lot from you, from watching the movies you made, learning from, you know, Jeff as the GM back then, learning from Charlie, who I still think Charlie is one of the best closers I've ever met. You know what I mean? So
Truly.
I feel in part that where I am in life is also by the experience that I collected over my career. So it means a lot that you think a lot of me, but I got to let you know that part of the experience I had at Weisleder helped mold me for what I do today. So I'm super excited to be able to work with you with your internet department, and I'm also excited to kind of help you with your showroom, like with some of the money mind map stuff and things like that. So it was really a crazy experience to be back in Weisleder for the last 2 days training your people. So I wanted to say thank you so much for having me.
And I thank you. And some of the things you came up with, I mean, I don't know where you came up with them. They're fantastic. They truly are.
Thank you very much.
They truly are.
So, question, would you recommend Sean V. Bradley for anybody except for your competitors?
Absolutely. As long as you're not my competitor.
Okay, good. Thank you, Taylor. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Sean.